Hey, howdy and welcome back. So I wanted to go over a pretty interesting rifle out of my Yugoslavian small arms collection. This is a M.95M. Now you'll also find these marked M.95-24. It's not exactly known if those are the same exact gun, just with different markings, because there's not a whole lot known about these in the first place. So the basis for these conversions was at the end of World War I, Austro-Hungary broke up, and Yugoslavia was building its own standing army. And they had settled on the M24 Mauser, a 5-round turnbolt Mauser chambered in 8mm as their standard infantry rifle. And so what they wanted to do was take all these M95s that they had, and then arm standardization, they wanted to bring them over to 8mm Mauser. So in the process of doing that, they actually transferred them from end block feeding, through one of these guys, to stripper clip feeding from one of these guys. So the basis of that conversion sounds really easy on paper. It's not. So this is an M24 barrel with all of the M24 fixturings like the rear sight and the front sight. This retains a M95 stock, but it's been renumbered to this rifle. It's got the cavalry swing swivels on it, on the side and on the bottom. The internal mechanism has been, swapped around a little bit. The bolt face has been milled out to accommodate the 8mm cartridge instead of the rimmed 8x50 cartridge. It's got a new extractor claw on it, and there is a stripper clip bridge milled into the receiver right here. So in order to make that happen, the hole down here at the bottom of the internal box magazine was closed off with a welded plate, and an integral 5-round sheet metal end block clip was added into this magazine, along with adjusting the follower a little bit. So usually when you find these out in the wild, either that internal clip is missing or the extractor is broken. And sometimes you'll find them just cut down and sporterized. But the reason behind the extractor breaking is because sometimes people would find these, for sale somewhere. They would think that the clip in the middle of the magazine was junk, take it out, and then try and feed this one round at a time. Well, this style of action doesn't work that way. So when one round is placed directly in the middle of the raceway, the extractor does not snap over it. The extractor itself is not that flexible. This system is meant to have the cartridge be guided up and under the extractor claw, not like a Mauser where it can snap over. So usually that's why you find these with broken extractors. Now, all in all, there's not a whole lot of these out there. And spare parts for these are non-existent, mainly because this was a conversion. This was done as a conversion. This was not done as a, we're going to do this all the time type thing. We're going to start building these from the ground up. No, these were made just with enough parts to get them converted and out the door. So when you find one of these, it's either stripped for parts or it's got broken parts on it. Good luck ever finding those parts again. This example, I'm actually very lucky to have this in my collection. This is 100% numbers matching all the way through. The stock, the handguard, the bolt, everything matches on this. The internal clip is there. The extractor is there. Bore is actually really good too. The only accessory that I don't have for this is a modified M95 bayonet. And those are actually really cool too, because the ring on the hilt of them has been reduced in order to fit over the new M24 barrel. So all in all, these are actually super duper cool conversion rifles, and it's a great example of a stopgap measurement, with rifles and arms that were left over from World War I. So thanks for watching. Happy building.